Hello, good students of 7th grade. Welcome to your cell test. If you're interested, I will read this test aloud to you. Feel free to pause the video whenever you'd like. If I go too fast, also you can rewind if you need to hear it read again. But hopefully you have the link opened up. Go ahead and put your first name, your last name, and your hour in. And then hit next. Alright, this first question simply asks, what are the three components of cell theory? You're going to select three boxes. The first box says cells are small. The next box, all organisms are composed of cells. The next box, the nucleus is only found in eukaryotic cells. Next box, all cells come from pre-existing cells. The next box, cells are the basic unit of life. The final box, the most important organelle in a cell is its cytoskeleton. Again, select 3. Click next when you're ready. You see cell visual 1 for the next section. You're simply going to be asked to say if visual A, which is on the left, is an animal cell or a plant cell. So image A is a plant cell or an animal cell. The next question says image B is a or an, and the B is the image on the right. It's a plant cell because of the endoplasmic reticulum, or it's an animal cell, or it's a plant cell because it is shaped like a brick. Choose one of those options. The next section has the same visual model. This time you are going to be asked to identify where the numbers are pointing to. So if you look at number 1, you have 5 options. It's either cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, nucleus, or vacuole. Number 2 and 3 are the same way. Choose one of those 5 options. The image, I just put it again for you so you don't have to scroll a bunch, but also for number 4 and number 5, choose one of those 5 options: cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, nucleus, vacuole. When you're done with all of those questions, click next. Again, pause the video if I'm going too fast. Alright, the next question is for cell visual 2. Again, you're going to simply tell me, is cell visual 2 an animal cell because it has mitochondria, a plant cell because of the Golgi body, an animal cell because there are no chloroplasts, or a plant cell because there is a cell membrane? The next section is identifications for this specific image. Now there's a lot more options for these, but look for number 1 and then simply choose one of the following. It's either going to be the mitochondria, nucleolus, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosomes, large central vacuole, cytoskeleton, or cytoplasm. That's for number 1. Number 5, the same options are present. And 6, I have the visual there again for you so you don't have to scroll as much for 7, 8, and 9. And then I have the visual a third time for number 11 and number 14. Go ahead and choose one of the following for each of those. And when you're finished, click next. The next image is cell visual 3. Please, the first question says cell visual 3 is a or an animal cell because of the red mitochondria, plant cell because it has a cell wall outside the cell membrane, plant cell because of the orange Golgi body, or plant cell because of the cytoplasm. And then we're going to identify the numbers on the cell visual 3. So number 1, you have the options of nucleolus, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosomes, large central vacuole, cytoskeleton, cytoplasm, or cell wall. Do the same for 2 and 3. The image is present again for numbers 4 and 5. Choose an option and then move on to the next screen. Pause the video if I'm going too fast. Next section is cell identification number 4. Cell visual 4 is an animal cell because of the ribosomes, a plant cell because of the cell membrane, a prokaryotic cell because of the cytoplasm, a prokaryotic cell because the DNA is not enclosed in a nucleus, or the final one, the prokaryotic cell, because it is black and white. Alright, this next section is kind of long. There's quite a few questions to it, but they're all centered around the function of the cell organelles. The first question says, the thin structure that surrounds a prokaryotic or eukaryotic cell is known as a nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, a vacuole. The next question, the control center of a eukaryotic cell is the cell wall, organelles, cytoplasm, nucleus. Next question, all the living material inside a cell, except the nucleus, makes up the cytoplasm, vacuole, mitochondria, smooth ER. Next question, small, round structures in a cell that make proteins are known as ribosomes, vacuoles, lysosomes, mitochondria. Next question, the cell structures that break down food to produce energy found in both animal and plant cells are ribosomes, mitochondria, cell walls, Golgi bodies. Next question, the cell structure that breaks down nutrients and recycles old cell parts is the mitochondria, smooth ER, rough ER, lysosome. Next question, animal cells have all of the following except ribosomes, vacuoles, cell wall, cytoskeleton. Next question, all of the following are found only in plant cells except mitochondria, chloroplasts, large central vacuole, cell wall. Next question, this organelle found only in plant cells stores mostly water but can also store waste and other materials. Large central vacuole, ribosomes, smooth ER, lysosomes. Next question, receives proteins and materials from the endoplasmic reticulum, ER, packages them and distributes them throughout the cell. Smooth ER, Golgi body, cell membrane, lysosomes. Next question, has passageways that transport proteins and other materials from one part of the cell to another, lined with ribosomes. Smooth ER, rough ER, nucleolus, nucleus. Next question, has passageways that transport proteins and other materials from one part of the cell to another. Smooth ER, rough ER, nucleolus, nucleus. Next question, part of the cell that produces ribosomes. Cell membrane, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus, vacuoles. The final question captures energy from the sunlight and uses it to produce food in plant cells. Large central vacuole, mitochondria, chloroplasts, or cell wall. Go ahead and make sure you've answered all the questions and choose the next section. Again, pause, rewind if you need to hear a question read aloud to you again. So this next section is the real world questions. These next questions take your knowledge of cells and provide scenarios found in the real world. Take your time with these and apply your knowledge. Each question is worth 2 points. The first question, a mosaic is a picture made up of small colored pieces. Mosaic viruses cause plant leaves to look like mosaic art. A mixture of dark and light green patches appear on the leaves. The light green patches are not able to capture much energy from sunlight. Which organelle is affected by mosaic viruses? The vacuole, mitochondria, chloroplast, cell wall. Next question. Lauren has cystic fibrosis. Her body is unable to control the flow of salt into and out of her cells. Lauren's symptoms include coughing and wheezing when she tries to exercise. She receives breathing treatments that let her swim, dance, and sing. Which organelle is affected by Lauren's disease? Endoplasmic reticulum, cell membrane, cytoplasm, cell wall. Next question. Joe's cells can't convert food energy effectively into energy they can use. As a result, he gets extremely tired, has weak legs, and can't breathe well. Joe swims every day to keep his body as strong as possible. Which organelle is affected by Joe's disease? Next question. Terry and James are partners in a mystery lab. The boys have a compound light microscope and several unlabeled slides. Their task is to find out everything they can about the samples on the slides. Terry puts a slide on the microscope stage and focuses the lenses on the sample. He can see that the sample is made up of tiny cells. Even without knowing anything else about the cells he sees, what can Terry reasonably conclude about them? The cells are currently alive. The cells are leaking cytoplasm.
If any staff has not had their picture taken, we're ready. Or if you just need another picture taken, you can go down now. Thank you.
All right, sorry about that. Again, what can Terry reasonably conclude about them? The cells are currently alive. The cells are leaking cytoplasm. The cells were produced by other cells. The cells helped an organism fight off a disease. Again, what can Terry reasonably conclude when he sees those cells? The final question. Terry wishes he could magnify the cells even more so he could see more details. He suggests if we had an electron microscope, we could see all the cells inside these cells and even the cells inside those smaller cells. James disagrees with Terry's thinking. What is wrong with Terry's suggestion? It is not possible to see anything smaller than a cell with a microscope. Electron microscopes are not as powerful as compound light microscopes. Cells are the basic unit of life, and they do not have more cells inside of them. Terry could see the cells inside these cells if he focused the microscope's lenses properly. That concludes your test. When you click submit, you are finished, so make sure you feel confident and submit that test. Again, pause, rewind, whatever you need to do if you want to hear one read again. And I'll send you an email at the end of the day with your score. And right now what you can do is go back to Google Classroom and play those 2 cell games or watch the Bill Nye video through CK12. You can also read a book or do homework if you'd like. I think that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions.